So here's Bernie Sanders, and they asked him what the Democratic Party needs to do going forward. Now, we all know what the Democratic Party needs to do going forward. They need to be different than the Republican Party, meaning they have to stand up for regular people, right? We only have two parties in the country. It's not like other countries where they get 3, 4, 5, 6 parties. We only get 2, right? So that's what's screwing things up. And so he says this is what has to happen. Now, remember, Democrats are wiped out on all levels of government. You heard me say that. Now, a lot of people at MSNBC blame Susan Sarandon, and she's got it coming. But, yeah, I know, but you can't. Why are the Democrats wiped out at the state level, too? I blame, you know who I blame? Molly Ringwald. You know, so here's what Bernie says we have to do going forward.
Clearly, the Democratic Party needs a top-down overhaul, and that top-down overhaul means that instead of becoming dependent and being dependent on big money interests for campaign contributions, it has got to become a grassroots party. It has got to start speaking and acting and fighting for working people, for young people. Perez has got to capitalize that, and that's the kind of party I think the Democrats have to create.
Okay, so I think we can all agree with that, right? I mean, that's what... That guy is such a pie-in-the-sky dreamer, right? Am I right? What is he? What does he think he is? And
every other industrialized country other than us? What the fuck is he thinking?
I mean, the fact that he thinks that we can have, in the richest country in the world, shit that other countries had decades ago, it's just stupid. You can't have it.
You can't have it. Not when you spend 54% of your budget on the military and 6% on education.
Are those real stats, Graham?
Yes, I just did an episode on it for the Political Vigilante.
I think those stats are wrong, and you know why, Graham? Because you got educated in America. We only spent 6% of our education. That's a true thing?
Well, that was under Obama, so that's going to get cut.
Oh, so it's going to go...
It's going to go down because we need more money. 54% of our budget goes for the military.
What I like, though, is that Barack Obama realized we didn't have another nuclear threat in the world and everything, and he ramped down the military and he invested that money back at home. That was the important thing, and that's what changed. That's what changed the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here is what... So that when they played Bernie Sanders saying that, they come back to Debbie fucking Wasserman Schultz. Here we go. And here's what she has to say about it. Hey, you go.
Well, you know, respectfully to Senator Sanders, we are already a grassroots party. I mean, if
grassroots, you know. That's why, remember the grassroots voted to keep taking corporate money at the DNC thing? Remember that? Remember when the grassroots rose up and elected Hillary Clinton? Remember when the grassroots said, fuck Keith Ellison, let's get Tom Perez in there? Remember when the grassroots said that? Remember when the grassroots said, let's keep talking about Russia? Remember when the grassroots said, so here, she got more to say.
we would not have been able to help bring down the absolutely abhorrent health care repeal bill that would have knocked 24 million people over.
So she's taking, the health care bill, the Trump care got knocked down because people went to town halls and fucking spoke up, against the direction of people like you. She didn't want people to do that. Okay, we go.
Years off of their health care that would have increased costs astronomically.
Let me just say this. If the Democrats are a grassroots party, then ExxonMobil is an environmental advocacy group, okay?
They are. Haven't you seen their ads? They've got a whole team full of scientists making new plant fuels and everything like that. I believe them if it's on TV. Her eyes are bloodshot. She's coked up. She's on a fucking 6-day coke bender, just like, fucking grassroots, man. We gotta fucking grassroots it, Ron. Fucking grassroots, man. Me, you, and fucking Chuck Schumer are gonna go on a fucking grassroots. Like the best grassroots. Dude, call your brother with a van. Get your brother with a van. We're gonna fucking...
We gotta make a folk album,
We're going to
bro.
Bonnaroo. We're gonna fucking grassroots it, man. Fuck. Let's start a band. We fucking do it, man. Grassroots.
All right, she's got more to say. Let's listen.
For people who were between 50 and 64 years old, increased prescription drug prices.
So he's wrong.
And so, no,
No, he's...
Everybody's right.
everybody wins.
No, but yes. Yes, he's okay. Here we go.
Actually more like semantics. We all agree that we should be and we are a grassroots party that focuses on making sure that we can help people reach the middle class.
I think, though, the Republican Party, there are a lot of Republicans who voted for Donald Trump would say, so the populist movement say they're the grassroots, they're the Tea Party. I mean, everyone's sort of trying to hijack that term.
Actually, if you look at the facts, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote. The majority of voters that went to the polls to choose their choice for president chose Hillary Clinton and our agenda. So the American people actually overwhelmingly agree with us, and they proved it again on Friday when...
I wouldn't say overwhelmingly agree with you. She likes to say shit like that. Okay, so she says that they're definitely a grassroots party and all that stuff, but we all know that she doesn't really believe that, because this is when she was asked about the grassroots of the party and the super delegates, right? Because super delegates are like they're this rarefied kind of delegate, right? They can do whatever they want. Doesn't matter what the voters want or what state, they can do whatever they want. And here's what she had to say when she was asked about it by Jake Tapper. By the way, that's his real name. That is not his porn name. I told you that.
Lost Bernie Sanders in New Hampshire by 22 percentage points, the biggest victory in a contested Democratic primary there since John F. Kennedy. But it looks as though Clinton and Sanders are leaving the Granite State with the same number of delegates in their pockets, because Clinton has the support of New Hampshire's superdelegates, these party insiders. What do you tell voters who are new to the process, who says this makes them feel like it's all rigged?
Unpledged delegates exist really to make sure that party leaders and elected officials don't have to be in a position where they're running against grassroots activists.
Oh, wait a minute. You heard that?
So I don't know. So, okay, I will now reframe what she just said. She just said that what we have is the super delegates. So in case somebody who's popular with regular people comes along, like, I don't know, Bernie Sanders, what we do is we have these super delegates who crush them, and they override the will of the people, so that someone like Hillary Clinton, a well-moneyed corporatist warmonger, doesn't have to worry about appealing to those people who Bernie Sanders appeals to. That's exactly what she just said. She just said it. That's exactly what that means. So, and she goes on.
We are, as a Democratic Party, really highlight and emphasize inclusiveness and diversity at our convention, and so...
Yeah, they're all about inclusiveness and diversity. You remember at the DNC when they turned out the lights on the anti-war faction of the Democratic Party? You remember that, while there was a warmonger on stage? You remember when they wouldn't include Nina Turner on stage speaking at the DNC, but they let a billionaire who instituted Stop and Frisk in New York City talk at the DNC? You remember that kind of inclusion? So it's inclusion for white billionaires and fuck all if you're not. Okay.
We're about inclusion, inclusiveness.
We're about inclusiveness and everyone getting a chance on the platform.
Yes.
The super delegates are grassroots activists.
Yes. Oh God, you know how she came up with that? She was just fucking, well, fucking super delegates, bro. They'll have fucking superpowers and they'll fucking can out-delegate the fuck out of anybody. So some weird cat from, like, I don't know, Vermont gets in there, we can fucking super delegate him. Get your van going, Steph. We're going on a fucking road trip.
Yeah, the super delegates are there to make sure you have an equal opportunity. Just like the cops at Standing Rock are there to make sure you're safe. Just like insurance companies exist so you can get speedy health care. Yeah, oh, I got a lot of jokes for this. The Democrats are a grassroots party the same way Monsanto is an organic food company. I got a lot of these jokes. All right. So, does she have anything else to say?
Want to give every opportunity to grassroots activists.
Grassroots, every opportunity, fair, diverse, everybody, big tent,
attend and
attend, platform.
And so we separate out those unpledged delegates to make sure that there isn't competition between them.
Okay, now watch. So Jake Tapper does not buy that bullshit, right? He sees through it, and he says, now watch how she responds to Jake Tapper calling out her bullshit.
I'm not sure that answer would satisfy an anxious young voter, but let's...
I know. Fuck, he caught me. She just laughs. It's like, yeah, I guess it certainly wouldn't satisfy a younger voter, or any fucking voter, I'll be honest. And she just laughs about it.
Go on.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the clip. So,
Fucking younger voters. Who gives a shit what they fucking think with their Snapchat filters and their man buds and Pokemon? Fucking whatever. Go chase that down. We don't care what you think.
So
We're
then-
grassroots.
hey, our next live Jimmy Dore show is April 24th. April 24th, live in Burbank. We do 2 shows a month, live shows. So get your tickets right down there, jimmydorecomedy.com.